Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chassis Variant series with myself, Critical Rocket, and we're at one of the landmark points in the series, I personally feel. We're at the 75 ton weight range for the clans, but most importantly we are up to the Timberwolf. Now this is a heavy mech that doesn't need really any introduction, much like things like the Warhammer and the Marauder and the Atlas. This is one of the quintessential battle mechs ever since its introduction in the early 90s. It's the poster boy of the clans, in a way, and it's one of the most popular battle mechs to have ever been made, mostly because of its incredible amount of firepower and armor and speed, and just overall weapon loadout on the Prime makes it one of the best clan omni-mechs out there. Hard to beat in many respects. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if this thing was what all of the other clan rule sets were based around. They wanted to make something that was very powerful and very good at pretty much all ranges, and then decided that we need all that to fit within this weight, so these weapons weigh this much, blah blah blah, and that's how they made it. Probably not the true story of how the clan's rule stuff was based, but still, this is just such a damn good mech. And it's almost weird that there would be other versions of this thing, because honestly, the Timberwolf Prime, or Madcat Prime, is certainly one of the best all-round mechs that they've ever produced. Even in MWO, the default loadout works surprisingly well. It's not to say that custom builds don't do it even better, but yeah, the Prime's configuration is pretty good, and what we're looking at the moment is the Alpha. Now, the Timberwolf Alpha is the version that you would buy if you like your energy boating. It's got 6 hardpoints in total, and 1 missile hardpoint. Its default loadout is triple medium pulse, 2 ER PPC, an ER small, and I believe a Streak 6, if I remember correctly, because the preview box for Movie Maker is very tiny, and it's hard to read. It's impossible to read any of the text. But yes, the energy hardpoints are split right across the mech, but your left torso is your most important. It's got 3 of your energy hardpoints, and you've got your arms with 1 each, and your CT has got 1, that's where the ER small lives, and your missile is in your top right. But yeah, it's got 6 energy hardpoints, making it the best and most numerous of energy for the Timberwolf. If that's what you're after, so that's what you're looking for in your heavies, then this is a good choice. Default, it's obviously a little hot, but its direct damage potential is incredibly high. It was built as a direct fire support variant of the Timberwolf, which is kind of surprising, again, when the Timberwolf is such a powerhouse of a frontline combatant, that the idea of having this mech as anything but that, and especially in a direct fire support role, is kind of odd. But still, the weapons loadout is good. It's just extremely hot. I guess playing toward the clan's overall outlook that winning a battle quickly and decisively is more important than the long-term heat management meta game that a lot of pilots have to go through in Battletech. So yeah, it's fun. I personally, for me, I like PPC builds in mechs, so it's a bit of a change to be able to play a Timberwolf that comes with this loadout. The speed remains the same, obviously the armor remains the same. You can tweak these things, and skills help a lot. Just for emphasis, this is not a skilled version, which is probably why some of the heat is a little spiky at times, but it's still more than manageable right out of the box, so to speak. And yeah, it's a pretty damn good variant. If you haven't picked up a Timberwolf, I'd be surprised. If you're a clan player, you'll have this anyway. So I would only imagine this would help anyone who's new and is looking for a heavy or hasn't played them yet. Basically, you can't go wrong with this mech. The Timberwolf is just such a solid design. I mean, even PGI couldn't screw this one up. So yeah, as sub-variant goes, this is fun. You can obviously make some very high alpha energy builds. You can, yeah, I mean, the right torso is a bit perfunctory, I suppose, with the 1 missile hardpoint. It's good in this build with the Streak 6, as it's useful at giving you another weapon that's, when you're at low heat, high heat, you've still got something you can fire without overheating. I think I forget to use the ER small throughout this entire round because most of my fights are at long to medium range in this match, so there was very few opportunities to use it. I think I even fired the streak a couple of times outside of range, because I keep thinking streaks are like 380 and I think streaks are 360, so I keep firing them outside of range. Don't know why I keep thinking 380. Might have been a skilled version I had and I got used to that. But anyway, that aside. Yeah, the Timberwolf A is a good version. If you haven't picked it up, have a go with it, or just buy the Omnipods. That's the great thing about this, is that it's not cheap, but it's still cheaper than buying the whole mech, if you want to try it out. The only thing you'll be missing is the energy hardpoint in the CT, and honestly, you that asked about the ER small, or an extra ER medium in the CT. It's not going to be that big a deal, is it? As regards to this match, this was quite good. This was a nice brawl inside Forest Colony. I'm sorry if it looks a bit dark. It's because the map was getting dark, and I could see well enough that I didn't need to use thermal vision or night vision. Sorry, I'm still getting over a cold as well. So yeah, it was. It just didn't really seem necessary for me to use any of the other vision modes. So I'm sorry if bits of it are like, what the fuck is he shooting at? Was that red box? What's in the red box? Oh, what's in the red box? So yeah, apologies for that. There'll be a slight edit as well, because it was one of those rounds where there was one person left and they'd gone and tried to cap our base when we were capping their base. So, and I tried to run back to engage them, and it didn't happen by the time the match was over. So I'll just leave you with the rest of this round. It was pretty good, pretty fun. I did enjoy the fight, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching, have a good week, and yeah, bye.
New target acquired. Right torso critical damage.